Welcome to Scale Models. I am Jason, your host, and I do models and electronics and Nintendo Switches. How is everyone doing today? So hopefully this stream is up and running, and I am going to first unbox some stuff so on playback people can see that. I'm not expecting many in the stream, so let me just get to this, and then I'm going to be building something. Let's turn this on. Let's see if I can adjust the exposure. Just adjust the exposure on this camera a little bit to lighten it up. There we go. So first, I got some stuff from Amazon here. Nothing too exciting. It's a chemical bottle to store my stuff in, and I got a little one. This is for contact cleaner, and this one is for something called safety wash that I have gotten. This should be a box of Q-tips, cotton swabs, or bamboo cotton swabs. So another channel got some of these, and I wanted to try them. They looked less linty than other ones. Okay, so they're in two box and a box and a box. So let's see here. So yeah, so they seem alright. So I want to try them out. I was running out of my cotton buds, and mine are pointy. And I don't know. I just wanted to try these just to see how they work. They were fairly cheap, so I'm not really worried about it. I also got my order in from DigiKey, so put that there. Let's take a look at this package here. This should be some flux remover. Take a look at that. Yep, a little can of flux remover. It's got a little brush that goes on it, and you spray it and you brush it off. So it's called Flux Off by Chemtronics. So if you want to try it, just to try it to avoid maybe ultrasonic cleaning a board. So try that stuff, and then we'll do the DigiKey last. Let me just open this off camera so my address doesn't show up. Alright, so there we go. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, yeah, I bought two things from the same store, and then I just added this on there to try it. This is pre-mixed Kester's 186 flux, and their 951 no clean flux. So I just want to try this. It's in a little dropper bottle. I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. All right, let's do this DigiKey order here. This isn't that much stuff. Nothing really too exciting. So let's see here. They always package their stuff really well. So, alright, so this is some filters. Some really tiny filters. Let's see if we can look at these underneath the scope. Yeah, these are the tiny filters that go on the Switch. I'll show you right there. That's these filters right there. So that filter right there is what these are. Hopefully, yeah, they look about the same. Okay, so that's those filters. These are inductors that go here. These two R2 inductors go here on this side by the battery management. I got some of those coils. There's the part number if you want the part number. Here's the part number for the little filters. This is all in my document that's free on my Patreon page. And these are the bigger filters. Right there's that part number. The bigger filters for P13. I believe this is... Yeah, these are 2 amp 32 volt 0402 fuses that I'm going to be using on the switch for the fuse. This is the MOSFETs that are... Yeah, this is the MOSFET that is up here. I didn't show you any of that on the scope. Let me just put the scope in the corner. So that MOSFET right there is what I just got in. That's this number right here. It's that MOSFET, and then I got that filter right there, and then I also got some of these larger filters, and that little filter will also work if you have image filters up here by the display connector. So, and then I got the an order of the diode arrays. These should be the diode arrays. These don't look right though. These don't look right. Yep, they look right. So this is the little diode array that goes on the earlier revisions. It goes right in this spot right there, and also that spot right there on this side of the board. So normally if your M92 or your you short out your M92 or your USB port gets shorted and it blows M92, it's a good idea to change those. I learned that from another repair tech, Micromage Repairs. He taught me that, and it served me well. So so here, that is my order from DigiKey. It needs to be labeled and put away. Hey David, how's it going? So that is what's in that came in today. Let me not have room for any of this stuff. Okay, but today is a building video, so we are going to build this unit here. So it's nothing real crazy. I just need to swap over my soldering iron. Back, I'm going to put my micro pencil up because this is not micro stuff. This is just regular soldering. It is a game kit. It is a Christmas present for someone. I'm not going to say who in case they watch the video, which I highly doubt they watch my videos. So, alright. Okay, so we're going to fire up the iron, get that going, and we're going to open this up and see what we got. So, I built one of these before. They're pretty cool little kits. It's a retro game soldering kit. Take that scope off. Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different games and neat stuff with it. So it comes with the case, comes with all the parts. So I am just gonna slap this together, and if you guys have questions you want me to answer, or I know there's not a lot of people in the stream, but I'm going to try to get as much of this together as I can on the stream. So I am going to get to it. So there's the case, battery. So here's what the board looks like. So I'll put it in my board holder. This board holder is nice for this type of work. Not so much fixing like switchboards or anything like that, but it's nice for doing this. Okay, so first off, I see one capacitor and no resistors. Okay. So, no resistors, that's good. We gotta figure out what we want to put on first. So, We have an on-off button, some regular buttons here, some little pushy click buttons. We have the speaker, so that's going to go on there. But let's just do this capacitor first. And then probably that USB port, and then the buzzer, and then is there I see this. Oh, that is the USB port. Okay. So this also has battery power on it, so let's put this in the right way. We'll slap that in there like that. Get my solder. This stuff feels too thin, but I don't think it's the real thin stuff. Get my iron here. I don't need to flux this, so I'm just going to solder one leg here. Just going to solder one leg, and then I'm going to check the position of it. It looks good. I'm going to solder the other leg here. Alright, so I need better solder. So I'm going to grab some better solder. So I think that's what I have. Let me just grab that. Okay, so I have some thicker solder here. Alright, so let's put on this USB port. It's a micro USB port, if I can find it again. Now, these can be a little bit tricky because they get hot. And the legs are bent a little bit. So these things get hot. So let's get that in there like that. And there's like no copper exposed on those pins. It's just strange. Come in here and get the small center pins going. So, and check for it if it's straight, and it's definitely not straight. Alright, now it looks a little crooked still. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to flow that joint right there, make sure it's level. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to come in here and flow that one. Okay, so that is done. Let's do the buzzer. So the buzzer goes in here like so. Buzzer's in. Look at this push button over here. fits in there nice. Yeah. So how you doing, David? You doing good? It shouldn't take too long to do this. I've built one of these in the past. So I was gonna do some music and just do this as a speed build with some music, but I don't know. I don't have a lot in me to film, and I figured I'll do this stream and call it there. So let's get these buttons on. This button here, I'm just doing the opposite corners at the moment, making sure they're flat. Yep, they are. I'll get the last corners here. This uses an STC chip. STC chip. So there's that button. Now let's get these buttons on here. I wanted to try to reprogram these STCs, but I didn't have any luck finding any data sheets on them. So, I mean, I found data sheets, but they were all in Chinese, of course, because why wouldn't they be? Yeah, that's what this is. So this is the last one I have to build. I built a Christmas tree, a calculator, and then this little game system here. So, and my wife did the rest of the Christmas shopping. Bless her heart, she's awesome. Couldn't have done it without her. So, just getting all these corners done here. Did this one fall out? Nope, that one didn't fall out. Alright. I'm doing good. I'm just, I fixed switch number 2, and I'm doing the thermal pad test on it, which is going really well. I haven't had any overheating issues, but I need to test it while it's docked, and I'm going to do that today. But I haven't had any thermal issues with it. So that was interesting, and then I need to keep either keep it as a known good switch, which was my intentional plan the whole time, was to keep it as a known good switch so I could run my test and do my board views and things. So, but I managed to sell a unit that just needed an EMI filter that I did. I've had 5 units come in that needed board level repair, and so far I fixed 3 of them, and 2 haven't been fixed yet. 1 is a rabbit hole. That's number 1. And so I was trying to get that's always good. My son's 12. He's sitting right here. And I'm not going to say anything gift-wise because he's sitting right there, but yeah, it can be pricey. And the worst part is it's like when they get older, the stuff gets more expensive, and then when you get them stuff, it seems like you didn't get them enough stuff because it's like, oh my God, he is nothing. And it's like, but it was so expensive, so you end up spending so much more just to make sure they have enough stuff to open. It's insane. It's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Christmas. It used to be. I used to love Christmas when it was about, thoughtfulness and, not worried about what you're going to get people, and everybody just got their own gifts and everything worked out. Now it's like I'm the guy who knows what everybody's getting, including what myself is getting, and I don't like that. I am one to put a lot of thought in my gifts and tailor it to the person. I never ask the person what they want, and I always tend to give excellent gifts, and that's how I think it should be. I think if you truly know somebody, you should be able to give them the perfect gift, without them having to tell you what they want. I mean, they can tell you some things, but there should be that one special gift that you get that you didn't have to say anything that you wanted it. That's just how, that's how I was raised. And I still, to this day, I try to give awesome gifts. Stuff that they wouldn't think of, but still pretty cool. So, like, my wife is really big into Halloween and scary movies and all this stuff. And last year for her birthday, I got her a black tree with a bunch of hanging little pop figures from different movies. She loved it. So it's like a little Christmas tree, but with horror themed. Yeah, it's still good to see them happy. I love to see kids happy. That's one of the main reasons I still do Christmas. But it seems like all the thought and meaning has left Christmas over the years for me. And it's just, especially now with the pandemic, I mean, I don't go out to the stores and, I'm not seeing, I used to go to the stores and just walk around the stores until something stood out at me that, said that person, and then, I would get that for them. But I haven't been able to do that this year, and it's not the same trying to do that online. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get a lot of things online, but I have to, I have to feel the gift, and, it's hard to do that, shopping online and not going out of the house. So, but, building these little kits for people, that's, I think that's a cool thing, and I think, everybody's going to like what I got, when I picked a different thing out for each person, so I think, I think they're going to like it. They're all pretty cool. I never used the calculator that I built, but, it's pretty cool. We have one of these game things. My son's 12, and he plays it all the time. He loves that thing. Okay, they're not bad. I wasn't happy with some of these joints, but they're not too bad. That's the problem with using that thin wire, is sometimes your joints are small. They're soldered, but they're small. But, with these through hole plated on both sides, you get a lot that seeps up through the hole, and plates on the back side. So now I need to put on the LCDs, or not the LCDs, the dot matrix and the little counter thing. What's cool about this is it has a BCC, RXD, TXD, and ground. So you could technically tie up to this and program this thing. Like I said, all the data sheets I found are in Chinese or Japanese, whatever. It is not, yeah, it is not my cup of tea. Pull off the protective. And try not to mar it up. That's my goal here. I didn't mar up the last one, so I shouldn't mar up this one. Okay, so if you look at these, there's a little notch right there, and then there's a little notch right there on this. So that's still washed out. Yeah, see that's what Christmas is about to me. Like, putting that thought and remembering, something someone said months earlier, and it's the wow, I would have never thought of that. Thank you so much, and the last, knowing what everybody's getting, it's just. The last years I've known what everybody's going to getting, including myself, and I don't even like to know what other people get. I like to watch them open stuff and be surprised. I don't care myself personally. I don't care if I get anything ever. I'm not that type of person, but I like to see other people, like stuff from the family that's given to my son or my wife. I would love to be surprised to see what it is, but I happen to know what they all are because everybody calls me and says, what can I get them? What can I get them? And I'm the guy who coordinates all that. So I know what everybody's getting. I know every gift. So, and, it kind of sucks the joy out of Christmas a little bit to, where you're surprised at what people are like, oh my God, I can't believe they got that. But I know, when the grandparents spend God-seen amount of money on the grandkids, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Well, now I say it now because I can't believe you did that because I know what it is already. So, and then, I feel really bad this year with all these kids that, they're going to food banks and, their parents don't have any money, and what's their Christmas going to be like? And that brings me down because, kids deserve a good Christmas. I mean, they work hard all year with school, and my son got straight A's this year, which is a first. He's going to end the semester with straight A's, which he's never done before. So he's worked really hard, and I'm really proud of him. But there's a lot of kids out there that are not going to have a good Christmas. So, I'm lucky. I don't want to say I'm lucky. I got injured when I did, but the injury allowed me to retire, and it's the pandemic's hitting us hard, and we have less money, and I can't go out and do side jobs and stuff, but we're not doing that horribly bad. So, but there are a lot out there, and I do my part for charity, what we can spare. My wife is, every time she goes to a store, she buys a gift for Toys for Tots and puts it in the collection bin. So, but it's, you got people choosing between rent and toys for their kids, and that's a choice no parent should have to make, especially this time of year. Yeah, the gift card thing. Yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing right there. Gift cards, man. Don't even get me started on gift cards. Um, we get gift cards sent to us for stores we don't even have that are like an hour away. Um, Believe it or not, a lot of times I sell them. I actually honestly sell the gift cards because we don't, you know, yeah, we don't go out to eat in restaurants. We do get you know, food out, either delivered or, my wife picks it up on her way home from a store or something, but not very often. So giving us a gift card for a bunch of food places, that we don't live like that. So it's actually, we feel that that's a waste of money. Spending 50, $60 on a meal at a restaurant is a little uncalled for. $50 at a grocery store would give us food for half a week easy. I could cook. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I just don't. Yeah, the food gift cards is what gets me, especially for us, because we don't. We go out, we get food out on holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, and things like that. But that's it. I mean, we don't even go out. We get it delivered. So why won't this card go in? Why won't this just teach? So what the heck? Oh, okay. I'm always afraid. I hate pushing these things down in sockets. You know, um, Anything I build on my own, I use these sockets, and I'll just talk about them for a second because they're right here. And headers too. I'll show you. Um, they cost more, but they're well worth it. It's my box of. These are turn pin headers, or sockets, turn pin sockets, and I have turn pin headers, but they're rounded, and the stuff just, yeah, being in the care industry, you're busy, and thank you for doing that. Yeah, they're old chips. Yeah, the STC chips, yeah, they're pretty old. They're, I'm gonna say mid '80s. No, not pretty old. God, I was born in 1980. But I use these turn pin headers for, these are the headers right here. I put these on all my stuff I got to plug in wires, but they're so much nicer to plug chips into than the standard dual inline package clip type unit. So that's built. So now let's get this case open here, because I don't put the battery on until I get the case ready, because I believe it's got to go through it. I don't know. I have a horrible memory. That's why I write everything down and label it. If I don't get on that DigiKey stuff right after this stream or on this stream, it will sit there, and then I will totally forget what's going on, and it won't be good. So I'll do a little labeling of it. Yeah, I was born in 1980. I just turned 40 this year. So, I wouldn't consider myself young. But, I don't look at age as a number of how old you are. I look at it as, I have 40 years of wisdom. I spent 40 years of my life learning, and I still haven't stopped learning. I do watch things for entertainment, but I mostly further my knowledge in my field that I no longer work in, and also in other things. I watch an insane amount of iPhone repair and MacBook repair, just to pick up tips and tricks, for when the business gets moving a little bit forward. Right now it's just Nintendo Switches. Next is going to be Xboxes. And then, we're gonna take it from there because I want to do PlayStation, but by the time I get the reball machine to do PlayStation, we're looking at July or June. So, um, so I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to start PlayStation because I don't want to get blue lights of death and not be able to fix them and just, have to send them back and call them no fixes. I would like to offer the option to fix it. So, and I have my eye on a reball machine. 70. My wife was born in 73, so she is. I have two. I have a 23-year-old. She just turned 23 in October, and I have a 12-year-old sitting next to me. Probably watching YouTube. Yeah, definitely watching YouTube. Not my channel. How about that, right? So, I have two grandkids. I have a little boy. He's about 5. Name is Luke, and then I have a granddaughter. She's turning 3. His name is Scarlett. She's a sweetheart. She comes and visits me. Likes to fly, even though it about kills me. But yeah, and then that's with my daughter, of course, and my son's 12, so he still lives here. He's been here 24/7 since the pandemic. He does homeschool now, which is, I can't believe, like, he's getting straight A's, and it's like he never got straight A's. He's actually doing better and learning more in the online school environment than he did in the regular school environment. Probably because I'm sitting here forcing him to do it. Like, he can't goof off. So, I don't know. But, he gets more breaks doing it at home. Oh, this one's a pain in the butt. And no, I don't have a fancy tool to take this stuff off. I don't deal with it that much. I'm half tempted to ditch the idea of doing PlayStations, and instead of getting a reball machine, get a laser cutter for, and then do some cool laser cut stuff. So that's what, I don't know. I'm debating on a reball machine or a laser cut machine. They're both roughly the same cost, ridiculously expensive. But if I get a reball machine, I want the same one as Phil, the coder. So if I have a problem, he can help me work through it. But his machine is so expensive. But then I want one that works. I don't want to. I don't mind getting something that's expensive, but I don't want to get something that's mid-range and have to upgrade. I'd rather not have to upgrade. I bought a cheap iron and station when I first started, and it died after about 10 uses. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to buy, a cheap starter station that people recommend for starting out. I'm going to get me a quick station, because that is a, repair tech level thing, and then I don't have to worry about that purchase again. So, and this one was dirty and did not want to come apart. Must have just put some cleaner or something in the laser. Alright, so one more of these. I know this is fun. Yeah, I live in a pretty big city, and I'm adjacent to Orlando and, Disney and Kissimmee, and there's a, it's a pawn shop, basically, but he doesn't like to be called a pawn shop. It's a electronics trade-in company where you can trade it in. You can trade in something to upgrade to a new thing, and it doesn't have to work. And you can upgrade to, you know, whatever he has in stock, or he'll give you cash for your system. Not much. It's not much at all, but yeah, so he has that business. Now, is it... let me put the buttons on. I can't remember how this goes. Suppose I could look at the instructions. But this thing is pretty cool. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Donovan, can you find our game?
What?
Do you know where ours is?
Yeah.
Can you go get it, please? He's going to go get our copy of it, so I'm going to... So I don't want to play hers, because I don't want to mess with the high scores. Because it stores your high score, so... And I don't want to take away from her high score. I don't want to, like, put something in there. So... Let's put the battery case on the back of this thing. I think that's AA. Okay, so this is going to go like this. It's going to go like this. So the battery case goes like...
Apparently I don't know where it is.
Oh, you don't know where it is, buddy?
No.
Oh, that
I
stinks.
can describe it if you want.
No, I don't need you to describe it. I need to see how it's put together so I don't mess up. It's not on the table with the Christmas tree in my room?
I checked there, definitely.
Okay. Well, thanks for losing it, buddy.
Sorry.
It's alright. So this is actually going to go in here like that. And there we go. And then we can line this up like this. And... yeah, this is weird. It's got non-flush mount, pan-head screws. Oh, it has pan-head screws, I'm sorry. It has the incorrect screw, I meant to say. Okay, so I'm going to put my Y00 up, and I'm going to get this bad boy right here. Okay, so we're going to take this screw. Yeah, the costs are going to go down, but anyways, I was in the middle of that story. This guy takes in trade-ins, and a lot of times they don't work. What is going on with this here? This is not the right screw either. Okay, these are definitely all the same screw. Why are there so many? All right, you know what? We're going to have to look at these instructions, see how to put this together. Oh, well, this actually shows you how to solder stuff. I definitely didn't put things together in this order. All right. Yeah, it says to use those screws. It just feels like they're not long enough. Wow, that's insane. Let me just see something. Does that have those wires coming out? It does have the wires coming out the top. Okay. I guess that makes more sense. I don't know why it makes more sense, but I suppose it does. These things are always so irritating when it comes to building them. Okay, so that goes in there, and you know that doesn't have a notch or anything to secure it. Alright, we'll try this again. Sorry if some of this has been off camera. So anyways, the guy he takes in trades and it doesn't have to work. And his guy that fixed his stuff, he quit. I think he went to start his own business and then got arrested for not having the proper licenses and actually breaking customers' devices. So that was quite interesting. So this guy doesn't have anybody to repair his stuff, and he offered me a chance to repair some switches after I get some more practice and I can show him that I can repair stuff. He'll sell me switches that are broken for $80, but I gotta buy 5 of them at that price, and that's more money than I can come up with this time of year. So anyways, I hope to get his stuff, because that would be nice. So that's that. Let's see what. Okay, so. So these go in here like this, and these go on there. So, okay, that makes sense. So we're going to get this together. I guess I'm going to have to show how this works. Send my son on another errand. Hey buddy, can you get me 3 AAA and 3 AA batteries? Thank you. So,
So 2 AAAs and 3 AAs?
yeah, I don't know which this takes. So, alright, so that's that. So we're gonna take this and we're going to shove these wires through here. Is that one VCC? Yep. One's black. And I leave these wires long because if you got to take the back case off, it saves you from having to. Thank you. Alright, we got the battery. I think they're AA. But we'll put those right there. So it saves you from having to. Have any solder. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take this red wire and I am going to position it right there. And stick it through the hole. That one's done. Then I'm going to get the black one positioned. There we go. That one's in there. And that's about the extent of hooking those up. I don't really get into the nitty gritty of it, and then I just pull the slack a little bit, leave a little bit in there, and then I just kind of wrap this along the bottom just in case something needs to happen. Because believe me, if this doesn't work and I gotta fix something on it, then, and I cut that battery cable short, it is gonna give me some issues. That is the wrong size screwdriver bit. Alright. And see, this is why I left it long, because I screwed up. Screwed up big time. The reason why I thought these were so short was because I was using the wrong screw, which is crazy. So I definitely put the wrong screw in there. There's 3 long screws. I don't know why I didn't think of those in the first place. So that, for some reason I thought they were for the top. But see, if I would have cut those wires short, that would have not worked out as well. Okay, so we all make mistakes. But if I could end up fixing that guy's stuff, and I'm not looking to make a lot of money. I have retirement, and I'm not very bad off, but just a little bit of extra money to buy toys, for me and my family. And my toys are cool tools, so that's all I wanna. That's all I really want to do. And share knowledge with people. I really do enjoy sharing knowledge. When I learn stuff, I like to share it. I don't keep my information that I discover private. And I think, I don't label stuff when I I don't put my brand on it. I don't want credit for stuff. I just don't want the information out there. So, like my Switch document doesn't have any information. It has ESM on it. That's just so I can find it in the computer. Okay, let's try this on it. So, and if you're watching this back and not in the stream, I posted the new revision of my Switch document on the Patreon page. There's no need to sign up. You can go there and download the file for free. It's right there on the front page. It's the latest one. There is a previous revision. It has some good information in it, more than it had last time. And I've already added information to it that'll be released in the next one. I originally intended to release them on Fridays, but it seems like Mondays is the day they get released. So we will see. So this one is going to go there. Seem right? That seems about right. So I'm missing a side, and they're clear. There it is. So no, this one goes there, and this one goes over here in case you want to program it. You can put headers there and extend the headers outside the case, which I think is pretty cool, which I may end up doing on my unit when I figure out how to program them. Like, I wonder if you can program them with a simple IDE like Arduino or whatnot, or Python maybe. Maybe you can program with Python. Not sure. I'd have to use an IDE. Oh, that just fell right out. I just put a screw in there. Okay, let's try this again. And if you're asking, yes, I had this much difficulty with the last one. And the calculator. I'm not a fan of putting these cases together, but I am a fan of you getting these and they come with a case. I am a huge fan of that. So I think that is cool that you can buy these and they're basically done. You don't have to find a project box for them or anything. Yeah, that's my thing. And you know, I want to get good at fixing things, and then, you know, I don't want to undercut anybody, but you know, I may take a little bit more time to do something, but I'm gonna probably do it for, you know, a little bit cheaper. I mean, I gotta make some money, but you know, currently it's a hobby. I have a whole business plan. Maybe I'll go over it one day. Is it this battery? No, it's that battery. It is AAA. Okay, so let's pray and hope this works. Okay, let's see. Huh. Oh, that's weird. There's the alarm. That is strange. No, it's definitely not that. Let's try it with the power supply here. Just unplug this. Let's try it with the yeah, see, that works. Okay, so that works. Why isn't it working with my battery? Did I not solder those well? They look soldered good. Let's try it again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. So there it is. This is Tetris. You got Tetris. You got the snake game here. You got, I'm not even sure what that is. That might be the race car game. This is like Blaster. This is a slot machine. And then this is settings. Do you want the noise to play? And then you can go back to. But I like the Galactic. I'm not going to play this because I don't want to mess up the high scores. But there you go. That is the game system. So it works. I don't know what. Maybe the battery was in bad or something. I don't know. So that is another gift. That last one I have to build. So that's fantastic. So, and still have 3 viewers. Look at that. Well, thank you all for staying through the build. I know it was kind of kind of boring, to be honest with you, but it was something. So, I appreciate you hanging out and talking with me, David. I appreciate it. But yeah, that is basically what I got planned. I gotta demonstrate. I got a little bit more knowledge in fixing switches. If I can get number 1 fixed, and then I know I'll submit. Being able to fix them, I can get number 1 fixed. But that's the trick, getting number 1 fixed. Number 3, I'm not sure about. I got number 3 here. This is the one I think I need to resolder this connector and reflow the port. So I'm not going to get to that today. I'm not even going to do that on a stream. This is the one that had the M92 trace repair, that my first ever trace repair, and I can't believe that worked. Number 2, like I said, the thermal pad tested fantastic. So no issues with that. It transfers heat and all that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to call this here. I appreciate you all stopping by. If you rewatch the stream, try to like and subscribe it. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day.